Hey, End Time Watchman. Techniques of propaganda, which also could be rated to doublespeak, spin, stuff like that. You know, stuff we've been hearing all our life. Some of us woke up earlier than others, but the thing that keeps you from waking up is you keep the TV on. Well, you got a TV in time. Yes, I do. I watch the stock market. I listen to them about that long, and I'm ready to throw up because I'm banging my arm, banging my hand on my knee. My God, they're still believing the lie. Why won't something happen to wake these people up? Okay? Common media for transmitting propaganda message includes news reports, government reports, historical revision. Historical revision. There's a young guy, can't think of his name, I'm subscribed to him, but he sees it every day in his history books and in his school. And I'm subscribed to him. Lord, I wish I could think of his name. I can't. Super guy. But they've changed history. Prime example of propaganda. And I'm fixing to do a video on it here in just a few minutes. But watch this. And you're going to say, well, End Time, you're wrong on that one. The propaganda matrix out there says the Civil War was everything to do with slavery. And that's it. But the problem is they're lying. Part of it was that, but that wasn't all of it. And I'm going to give you the historical facts coming up on the video. And I'm going to show you some prophetic, striking parallels of what's happening now and what happened then. So don't go nowhere. Sit tight and enjoy this ride. Now, they transmit their propaganda by news reports, government reports, historical revision, junk science, books, leaflets, media, movies, radio, television, and posters. In case of radio and television propaganda can exist on the news, current affairs, talk show segments, advertising, public service, announced spots, or long-running advertorials. Propaganda campaigns often follow a strategic transmission pattern to indoctrinate that target group. Begins with a simple transmission such as a leaflet dropped. Then generally these messages will contain directions on how to obtain more information via this, via that, via this. You see what I'm saying? Propaganda. Propaganda. See, look. If I know that on the highway I'm driving down and I see these X's that says RR, the R and the R means railroad. The X means the crossing. Okay. Regardless of the lights flashing or not, I'm looking both ways. Why? Because the railroad crossing is not propaganda. That sign is truth. That railroad track crosses that highway that I've got to go. Just because the friggin' lights ain't flashing, baby, I'm still going to look both ways before I go across there. Because who's to say that the lights might be out and the train's still coming? And that's what's happened in America with the New World Order coming after American freedoms and everything we stand for, our pocketbooks and everything, and to take over and control us and turn us into the very slaves that our forefathers died to keep us from being. The lights are already out, the train's coming, but yet you're still going down that highway and fixing to cross them railroad tracks at 55 to 60 mile an hour. The lights are out, but the train, the New World Order train's coming. You see. And it's almost to intersect with that highway. And some of you don't even know it because of the propaganda. The bull crap that's been peddled for truth, you see. The strategy of propaganda intends to initiate the individual from information recipient to information seeker through reinforcement. Information seeker to opinion leader through indoctrination. What we have with this abomination is a cult. There's a mass of followers that don't have the intellect to search and seek for the truth for themselves, but believe because somebody has a good speech pattern and they can read a friggin' teleprompter. It's got a backup battery in case the lights go out, probably. That somehow or another, that hope and change is coming to America because they elected a foreigner and a usurper that was trained up by the New World Order, that was propped up, built up, and indoctrinated by the New World Order, that somehow or another these masses, this cult, believes that good change is going to come to America, that all their mortgage payments will be paid for, that they won't get no more repossessed cars, and that they're going to be somebody finally. I got news for the masses that believe that propaganda that put him in office. When they get through with you, they'll throw you out with the garbage. That's what they're going to do. I'm so heartbroken at the masses that believe the propaganda. It's pathetic. Let's move on. Oh, boy. Presenting only two choices with the product or idea being propagated as the better choice. You're either with us or you're the enemy. Oh, I think I heard Rita Giuliani say that. Either you're with us or you're with the terrorist. Number one, I'm not with you, Rudy. Number two, I'm not with any terrorist. Because the daggum terrorist is the New World Order. See? In other words, what Rudy meant was either you're a puppet like me for the New World Order, or you're not. What I just gave you is truth, not propaganda. What he gave was propaganda. See? See, the plain folks or common man approach attempts to convince the audience that propaganda's position reflected the common sense of the people. In other words, when you talk to an Obama supporter that's a plain old folk like me, and I don't support Obama, but I'm just plain old folk. When I try to talk to them, they try to convince me that, here's what they say, I'm going to give him a chance. Let's see what he does in the first 6 months. You just put a friggin' nail in your coffin, brother. It's just that simple. Half-truth is a separate statement which may come in several forms and includes element of truth. Statement might be partly true. The statement may be totally true, but only in part of the whole truth. May utilize deceptive elements such as improper punctuation, double meaning, especially if the intent is to deceive, evade blame, or misrepresent the truth. Half-truth is propaganda. Okay? Like the hope and change, propaganda. Like the compassion conservative that Bush was, propaganda. Propaganda is what they have done to bring this nation to its knees and to put Uncle Sam on a respirator, and if the plug's pulled, America's dead. You see. The propaganda that's put out there that these thugs can knock your door down without knocking on it and bringing a justified warrant, it's propaganda. It's not truth. It's propaganda. But many of you in the masses believe it. But some of us know the truth. And some of us are shouting it from the rooftop. And some of us will continue to shout it until we draw our last breath, you see. I think I'll do one more on propaganda. I feel like I got to. I'm running out of time. End Time Watchman, I'll be back.